Go. Lady!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second rounder from Penn State. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
54 Mike. Here we go. Alert.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back and go full strength.
Alert.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Stop! 180!
Check. Watch 54.
Alert!
No such thing as
Alert!
No. Off.
Alert!
36.
Hey! Wahoo!
Mike's 54. Here we go, D. He's coming.
Man, don't.
We got
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go. Blue 80.
Mike 58, right there. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Go. Blue 80. 81.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Check 59. Mike.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
All right, try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We're up. 180.
54 Mike.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 1st down, Cohen looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
I got you.
This one into the hands of Burton. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Trubisky will throw, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Sunday.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Great.
Alert flare.
Hey, Delta.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Kill.
Blue, blue.
Switch.
Check 9.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go.
25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen.
That's the what?
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, alert.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Second and a yard.
They go play action. Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check nickel. Yeah. Kill. Rush in. 25. Hey, switch gears.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
We got work.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And he'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 280!
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, and his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go away.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Wentz to throw again. Looking deep for his tight ender. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Strip that. Check 13. Check 13.
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
280!
58, right there.
Black.
Check.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Good job, man. Good job, fellas. Woo!
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before half for Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, as time expires in the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 78 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Mike, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got a...
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Red, up.
Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Jackson to return.
We play to win. Let's go.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Get him, boys!
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Kill.
Throwing now is Wentz.
Watch the curve.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's his second miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Check. Shoot!
Alert.
Check 26. Joker.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's got Burton here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there in the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Here's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go. Pac-Man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage,
and this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like
and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
This is a little bit like baseball here. strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Watch the shift.
Alert, 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 alert.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, check. Lucky.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. You go tight. You
Lock in, lock in.
You got tight right there.
Hey, 18.
He's checking crab.
Blue.
Creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check your hot read.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porter.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Nigel Bradham gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Alert. Hey, exit.
Mike's by 4.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Sunday. Hey, Haywood.
It's going to be a long day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Bears take
Let's go!
over
Let's go! Let's go!
at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down in bounds, even though he did catch the football.
Watch the curl. Shift. Spot.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
No. Check three.
Hey, 18.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 54.
Hey, alert.
It's our time.
Red, up.
The blitz does come.
Hey, watch in.
Check 52.
Finding Gabriel complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 53.
Trubisky to throw again. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Red, up.
Mike 53.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here, losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They're scared.
To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, they run with Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Come to our work. We won't.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
At the 38-yard line.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Mike's 59. I'm coming.
Buzz.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long. And they, in fact, will throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
53 is the mic.
18.
53 is the mic.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for Taylor Gabriel.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.